All right, welcome back, everyone. This is DogeCast. I am Vin. It is June 11th. Let's talk about Dogecoin. If you've been watching the chart today, it's been down most of the day, although it did just pick back up. We're seeing some movement in it, and I don't think it's going to be sustained. I'm going to talk to you about what I think is going on with Dogecoin, why it's going on with Dogecoin, what to expect in the near future, just so that you're settled on everything. And we also have a couple of good news pieces to share with you. So let's take a look at how Dogecoin has been performing today. For most of the day, it's been trending downward. It even got down to about -4% on the day, and then all of a sudden right around 325 we saw this sort of massive uptick, almost a 4% uptick, and now it's about even. So it's plus 13%. But let's go to the live. So in the live, you can see it was steadily going up, but now there's this down, and now it wants to push up a little bit. So I think this is just a bunch of people buying in. We're not seeing that trend with Bitcoin, not as much, a little bit of a trend like that with Bitcoin. And here's Ethereum. Ethereum is down 2.5% right now, and Bitcoin is up 1.4%. And Doge is still at around 0.15% up. So I want to share exactly where I think Dogecoin is right now and what it's doing and why it's doing it, because we've had mostly good news coming out about crypto assets, especially Bitcoin as of late. There hasn't been so much bad news out there, so we'd think that we'd be pushing upwards, but there is a reason why. This here is a site called Datamish, and I did see Austin Hilton talking about the shorting of Bitcoin. And I wanted to mention this too, because this really is the reason why we're not seeing Dogecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin really take off. It's because Bitcoin is being massively shorted right now. So if you look at this chart right here, this red line on the bottom, right, where the red line is, that's the shorting that's going on. So right now, we see plus 1% or 18,914 shorts. That is a lot. You can see over here, let me flip over to the 90-day. Because when Bitcoin went down massively right here about I don't know, about a month ago, it got shorted incredibly. And usually when a stock or an asset or a crypto gets shorted, that's what happens. It goes down, because essentially what shorting is you have individuals who are betting that the stock is going to go down. So they're selling because they want to buy back at a better position. And that sort of massive sell-off to buy back at a better position causes the stock to fall. But look at this. The shorting that's going on now is even worse than the shorting that was going on a month ago that caused Bitcoin to crash. And so what actually should be happening right now is Bitcoin should be crashing again, because the shorting is so massive. You know, people are betting that it's going to go down because they want to buy back in at a better position. But you can see those who are holding or are long holders is actually going up. In addition, the news for Bitcoin has been so good that even though there's a lot of people that are shorting it right now, Bitcoin is sort of staying steady when it should be crashing. Look at when I go to the 360-day. I just want to show you how much it's being shorted right now. Look at the history here in the last year. This is the most Bitcoin has been shorted in an entire year. Okay, that's why we are seeing Dogecoin where it is right now. And so when we look at the Dogecoin chart, and we've seen the Dogecoin chart as of recent, we're sort of waiting for it to take off again, but it's not. I'm going to tell you right now, I believe Dogecoin's in what I'm going to call a holding pattern. Yes, it is going to take off. The question is how long is this holding pattern going to be? And how far down will the holding pattern go? Will the holding pattern bring us back into 29 cents, 28, 27 cents, 28, 29, 30, 31 cents? So what is the range of the holding pattern going to be? It's actually impressive that Dogecoin is at 32 cents right now. It's impressive. It should probably be at 19 cents right now, simply with the amount of sell-off that we're seeing in Bitcoin. This red line that's way up there. Bitcoin should be down under 29,000 right now, but it's not. People are holding, and they're holding long, and the news is good. Therefore, the crypto asset market is fighting back. So what is going to get us out of this holding pattern? Well, right now, what we're seeing is a lot of average regular people holding long and investing into these crypto assets. What we need to happen is we need the big time investors and the hedge funds to get back on board. They haven't gotten back on board yet. We're talking big time money to be dumped back into the crypto asset market. Right now, they're pretty much betting against the crypto asset market. But even though we have these shorters betting against it, it's not really bringing it down. However, we're seeing some news that's coming out on the opposite end that might make it look like we could get some of these big time investors back in. This is one of them. Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway invests in Bitcoin friendly digital bank. So if we scroll down here, we're going to see this. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway Inc. has invested $500 million in the parent company of Nubank, a Brazil-based Bitcoin-friendly digital bank. The South American company announced Tuesday this is part of the bank's Series G funding round, which began in January. This is good news because Warren Buffett is one of these guys who invests heavy amount of money. We have a lot of hedge funds that watch Warren Buffett, and if they see where he's going, they may also go the same direction. Also, Brazil is likely to be one of the next countries to join El Salvador in accepting Bitcoin as legal tender. Here is a list of the countries that are going to follow El Salvador, perhaps in this next year. Paraguay is looking to do it. We're also seeing Panama is looking to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. Mexico will possibly adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. Venezuela will adopt it. Brazil, and now we're seeing Warren Buffett invest in a bank that is a crypto-friendly bank in Brazil. Warren Buffett is not stupid. He knows exactly what's going to happen. Nicaragua is looking to do it. Argentina is looking to adopt Bitcoin. We have Malta looking to adopt Bitcoin. Now, a lot of these, like I said to you before, are third world, second world countries, right? We're not talking about European countries. We're not talking about the United States of America or Russia or China or India. We're talking about countries, many of them South America, Central America. But that's where it starts. It starts in these countries because they've struggled with inflation and they don't want to struggle with inflation anymore. They want an asset that's going to hold its value, and their nation's currency hasn't been able to do that. Even as many of these have adopted the U.S. currency. Of course, U.S. currency is world currency, so any country can use it. But it's still, the inflationary rates still haven't been good. So they're going to be adopting Bitcoin. And then the next one down the line after Bitcoin is going to be Dogecoin. Dogecoin's going to have to wait a lot longer. Dogecoin needs to mature a lot more. Dogecoin needs security help. It needs back-end help, and it's getting that now from the co-founder of Ethereum. It's getting that now from the input of Elon Musk. Also, many crypto experts making their way into helping them develop these new back-end systems. It's a matter of time. The question is, how much time? We are in a holding pattern right now. Dogecoin doesn't want to move up because we don't have enough big-time investors and hedge funds backing the crypto asset market right now. When the switch happens, it's going to be a light turning on. It's going to be a massive and undeniable change. That's what it's going to look like. That's the problem with betting against Dogecoin. You just don't know when it's going to happen. Could we be in this holding pattern for the next month? Yes, we could be. Next month, we could be at 31 cents and change. We could be at 34 and change, or 38 and change, or 27 and change. We could even be at 24 and change. I'm still calling that the holding pattern. 2 months from now, could we be in the holding pattern? Yes. We could be at 35 and change. If they keep shorting it and the good news comes out and it keeps battling it out and they're just not investing it, we could still be in this holding pattern. But when it flips, and all of a sudden, the investments start pouring in, the countries start accepting Bitcoin as legal tender, it is going to flip like a light switch. It's going to go from dark to light. And all of a sudden, what's going to end up happening is the same thing we ended up seeing happen these last 2 times, where it just shot way up. And the next shoot up is going to be huge. It's going to go past the dollar mark as far as I'm concerned. But we need to see the holding pattern end. I cannot tell you when it's going to end. Nobody knows. I can only tell you what you need to be prepared for. Be prepared for a month or 2 or 3 months of this holding pattern. Be prepared for it possibly dipping back down into the 20s and wanting to even go into 24 or 23. Be prepared for that. That's okay. No problem. Reinvest. Look at all these countries that are adopting crypto assets. It's a matter of time, friends. Look at Warren Buffett investing in a crypto-friendly bank in Brazil. It is a matter of time. Potential is so much in the favor of Dogecoin right now to just be a breakout cryptocurrency. I worry about some of these other smaller cryptocurrencies that are out there that people are starting to look towards because they're so cheap and they think that they're going to, really move up big time. I don't think the world is going to adopt many cryptocurrencies as legal tender. I don't think they're going to do it. I think it might just be Bitcoin and Dogecoin. I think those might be the two. Bitcoin is solid. Bitcoin is definitely going to be one of them. Will they piggyback Dogecoin as the second one with Bitcoin? I think they will. Doge has to do some back-end work right now, which makes it a little volatile. I can't wait until we see the news come out when they tell us that Dogecoin is more secure. I can't wait until they tell us when they connect it with Ethereum, they piggyback those transactions. Can't wait for that news. It's going to be amazing. And once these other countries see how secure Dogecoin is and how many millions of people are behind it, it is a matter of time. So we're in a holding pattern, ladies and gentlemen. We're sitting in this pattern because many people are shorting Bitcoin. That's just what's happening. But Bitcoin should be way down right now. I mean, way, way down. Dogecoin should be way down right now. I'm not kidding to you. We're seeing more shorting right now than we've seen in the entire year in Bitcoin. It should be way down, but it's not because people are holding. Look at the green line. Look at this green line. People are holding long. As much as it's being shorted, we have individuals long holding it, and we have good news coming out. And because of that, it's staying steady. We just need for that breakout to happen. We might be waiting here for a while. My recommendation to you, wait for a while then. Do not get out of this, okay? 4, 5, 6 years from now, we're not going to be at 33 cents. We're not. We're going to be somewhere completely different. $15, $20, $25, $30, I don't know. But it could be a life-changing amount depending on what you're willing to invest in it. Now, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not trying to get you pumped up to throw life savings into this. That's not what I'm doing. But I'm trying to encourage you that what you have put into it in the long term is going to work out well. In the short term, you're going to have to brave the waves. You're going to have to brave the holding pattern. You're going to have to know that there's others who are going through this with you. Okay. So look, it went way up and now it's coming back down. And people can just become like tired of this. Oh, what is going on? Why doesn't it just keep going up? We're in a holding pattern. That's what's going on. So now Dogecoin is down about 0.7%. All right. And Bitcoin's up 1.16%, and Ethereum is down almost 3%. Okay. So today Ethereum is struggling the most out of the three of them. Okay. So just brave the holding pattern. Things are looking good, even though it's being shorted. But if it does dip down, no worries on it. We are heading in the right direction. Okay. If you have any questions, leave them below. I'll try to address them, or others can address them from the channel. We have a lot of good followers here of crypto assets. You guys are awesome. Once again, and as always, I will catch you next time.